We're going back three wide as we continue grading every single team's NFL draft using only College Football 25. New division. We start off with the upstart Washington Commanders. Boy, what a season they had last year. Jalen Daniels, what a time to watch a young quarterback grow. Now, can he avoid the sophomore slump? And did they improve during the draft? TD, we start off in the first round and help out your quarterback by helping out your offensive line. They head out to Eugene, Oregon, and pick up Josh Connerly Jr., 91 overall left tackle. Ty, he's fine. I mean, 6'4", 315, going to shore up the left side. But Jaden Daniels, I mean, obviously a ton of speed. He is so good outside of the pocket, but you still need that protection early, and I feel like that Washington offensive line underwhelming last year, and this is a piece that can help him out.
Yeah, 100%. You got your franchise quarterback in Jaden Daniels. You got to protect him. Dan Quinn did a phenomenal job turning around those Washington Commanders last season, and it looks like we're going to have a nice pass protector here on the left side. Now, 91 overall for the first round, not like great, nothing that stands out. But remember, this was the 29th pick in the draft.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good value there. I want to see his pass block rating. Yeah, 93 pass block there. You got 94 pass block finesse, run blocks 83. So he's a pass blocker, gold pocket shield. It's an okay pick here for 29th overall.
Yeah, I mean, still first rounder for me. I like to see my first rounders at worst a 93 overall when it comes to their rating on CFB. And you look at his abilities, he doesn't have any platinums. And I'm pretty sure there are some better tackles that were still available when he was selected. The gold pocket shield and the silverware down, and it's just that's not. I mean, to me, that's
it's not getting you going. You're not excited for that.
I understand it's a late first rounder, but still, you could do better than that. To me, this is a late second rounder pick, in my opinion. But hopefully he will come out there and be able to. He could be a combine guru.
And this is also, I think we're in an interesting spot now where we have now done enough of these where you're starting to compare them to other drafts that we've seen, and we know what other teams have been able to do with their first and second round picks. So I think, as it's going to be harder and harder to get just easy good grades or easily slide into that C tier as we go along because we have some standards to compare them against. We head to the second round. The pick 29 in the second round, we get Trey Amos out of Ole Miss, Oxford, Mississippi. The Battle Blues, elite uniforms from Ole Miss. And User, you talk about, again, another player, second round. We have seen some great players going in the second round, but abilities-wise, you got, once again, no platinums, but he does have an important one, that gold jammer. Really important if you're looking to play any sort of press man for a guy whose archetype is zone.
Yeah, you look at him, he is 6'1", 91 speed, but the overall rating, once again, to me, they're just kind of reaching on every pick. First rounder, I feel like a second rounder. Looking at this right here, this guy right here, he's probably a third rounder to me. He has gold jammer, bronze knockout, and silver blanket. Those abilities don't scream second rounder, especially what we've already seen be drafted. It's kind of underwhelming right now.
Yeah, I agree with User. This is more of a third-round pick. I like it, though. It excites me a little bit to use the Commanders in Madden 26, right? You got a mobile quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who's phenomenal. Then that defense, you got Marshawn Lattimore and Trey Amos at corner, both tall, good speed. As far as, overall, 87, not great, but game-wise, not a bad pick. 6'1", good zone coverage. You reach that 90 threshold. And listen, anytime you have a KO ability, whether it's bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, I always want to have a KO ability out there. Obviously, you wish it would be a little bit higher, but this is, once again, another okay pick here for the Commanders. Nothing's really been exciting, but okay picks first two rounds.
No third-round pick for the Commanders. We head to the fourth round, out to Blacksburg. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw the clip of Metallica playing Enter Sandman live at Lane Stadium. Unbelievable. Go check it out. They love their Enter Sandman at VTech, and hopefully they'll like Jalen Lane. Now, Ty, we've talked a lot about guys getting a little disrespected in the speed category, but Jalen Lane, 95 speed, and you were saying at the Combine, this guy was a burner.
Yeah, finally, the people at EA, they did something right. They gave this man the speed he deserves. He ran a 4.34 in the Combine, 95 speed. And you know me, I love speed at every position in college football, in Madden. In these video games, you need speed. Here we go, 95 speed. Now, height, I wish he was a little bit taller, 5'10". It's manageable, 95 speed. And you add this to that Commanders offense with Scary Terry out there, Terry McLaurin. They have some weapons out there with Jaden Daniels. This is a pretty good pick in the fourth round. I know only 84 overall, but speed is king.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that guy with this pick because, like you said, they're in the 4th round, and this is a very solid 4th round pick. I would like if I'm looking at the round and the grade, I would give this pick. I like it. It's spot on point. I would give it an A because he has the speed, like you said. And you look at his abilities; he should have a platinum takeoff with that type of speed, or at least a gold takeoff. But abilities may be something that he has to earn coming out of Virginia Tech.
And you got, by the way, all 80s in route running. User, does having a guy with that much speed make up for the lack of abilities? Is that something that, like, if you're going to see kind of underwhelming abilities, you need to see that higher speed?
Oh, absolutely. If you don't have the abilities, you got to be a burner. You know what I'm saying?
And
you
I
might
think
not be able to fry him off the cut, but you got to be able to separate.
you mentioned the takeoff. I think he should have maybe shifty. He had 92 agility. He had 92 change of direction, 95 speed. Maybe have that shifty ability where he can kind of wiggle a little bit better, on jet sweeps, and maybe even use him out of the backfield a little bit.
We head to the 6th round, and we get to go back to our favorite segment here on 3 Count. Tyler Davis hates all linebackers. It is K. Madrano out of UCLA playing for Deshaun Foster out there. 6'3", 230, good size, 81 speed, 88 excel at outside linebacker. A couple abilities. Ty, 6th round, not the worst.
Look, we gotta ring the alarm. We have a disrespect alert once again here. This man ran a 4.46 in the combine in his 40, and what they give him, boys? 2 speed. No. We need at least 85 speed. You mentioned the acceleration. I think it was 88. Good size, 6'3", but 82 speed. I mean, 82 overall, 82 speed. What are we gonna do with that, User? It's not enough.
And that's tough, Todd, because he had the fastest time out of all the linebackers in the combine. 6'3", the guy's moving. So you understand he's a combine warrior. That's why he went in the 6th round, because you're looking at this guy. If you didn't know what he did at the combine compared to college football, there's nothing really there that you see him. He has silver blow-up, silver outside disruptor. Nice frame on him. He's 6'3". He'll be a good guy when it comes to Madden because they're going to factor in these combine stats. And then he's drafted in the 6th round. So once again, I don't think this is a bad pick right off I think it's 6th round. I give it a B. B, C plus, somewhere right in there. Just because I know what he did at the combine.
If they would have gave him the proper speed with his 40 time, yeah, this is a really good pick in the 6th round.
Again, remember, a lot of these ratings they're not adjusting these ratings based on the combine. They're based on what he did. And again, I at some cosmic level, like, while the combine numbers are cool, I don't care about what you do in the Pajama Olympics. I care about what you do on the field. And if you didn't look like you were running a 4.4, I don't really care at the end of the day. So I got to see you on the actual field. These guys review a lot of game tape. One thing that did concern me, by the way, he was a run stopper outside linebacker with only 82 block shed, didn't even hit that 85 threshold. So his no pass rushing abilities, no pass rushing numbers to speak of, didn't hit 80 threshold on either of those, and only 82 block shed concerns me. The 7th round pick, we head out to Tucson, Arizona, and we got Quali Conley, the senior, 5'10", 209. Now let me throw it down to the professor, OneGreatUser, with the glasses on. This man is going to teach us something. User, can you be an elusive back with only 88 speed?
No, I hate to tell you cannot be elusive.
Hold on, I believe it's the 2nd running back though. Krosky Merritt here.
All right, thank God. All right, good. Well, he's
Same thing. I mean,
okay,
not much difference
speed.
here.
It really don't matter.
Yeah.
There is no elusive back on this roster.
Wait, hold
Maybe
on. No, disagree. This guy's 98 speed. Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold
down
on.
at the tail end.
Can we
But
draft
as
him?
you look at this guy, Ja'Cory
Krosky Merritt. Go ahead. Say the whole name,
speed.
User. Say the whole name.
Nah,
The professor. Say the whole name.
Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt in the
Nice.
building.
Well done.
Yeah, he's 89 speed. He's not tall. And for me, if you're going to be up under 90 speed, you have to be at least 6'1". 6 foot won't do. You got to be 6'1". You got to be a bigger running back. I'm looking towards the Derrick Henrys. Hey, when you're that slow, you got to be a load to bring down. And, he has no abilities. You understand it's the 7th round. This, you don't really know who he's related to. How did he get this last pick on the spot on the roster? But hey, it's a guy that has to come in and show out to be able to make the 53-man roster.
Ty, you look disappointed.
Yeah, I got nothing to add. It's just
All
a
right.
bad pick. He's
right.
slow. He's short.
He's got 90,
nothing really stands out.
92 change of
Does he
direction?
have good catching? Can he catch the ball in the backfield? Like, can we get something here? It's just
Doesn't
mid.
have good carry either.
It's just all mid, all around.
All right. Well, again, not a lot of picks to the Commanders. Ty, I always take this opportunity. And I think this is a quick segment. DFS.
First of all, I think
Nobody?
the Commanders' defense will be good with Dan Quinn. I think they'll be good defense. I have some interest in Jalen Lane here. I think he could be really cheap in DFS. Double stack, Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Jalen Lane. You get that speed. All you need is one big play touchdown, and you got a bunch of fantasy points. So other than that, I definitely love Jaden Daniels, of course, in fantasy. But besides that pick, nothing much.
Yeah, and I think wide receivers, they've been trying to find a number 2 wide receiver for Terry McLaurin for a long time. They've been running a who's who of who's out there. So we'll see if Jalen Lane can establish himself. Boys, it's time to give this a grade. I'm not going to lie. You had 5 picks, so it's already tough to have a great draft with only 5 picks. User, I don't know if you were paying attention there. You got your glasses on, so I know you were paying attention. Did you happen to notice how many platinum abilities they got out of 5 picks?
0.
Okay. So immediately I sit there and go, this was a D draft. And again, you had an
Absolutely.
underwhelming first-round pick. You had an underwhelming second-round pick. Better mid-rounds, but I don't think anything that was even an A. It was all a lot of B picks. And 7th-round pick, nobody's excited about. Doesn't this scream like D, borderline F? I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, I'm never that teacher or professor where I'm trying to make a student repeat and come back. You know, I'm going to let you pass. Even though I know you're going to struggle in the future, it's okay. You're going to get a D-, and the world will teach you the rest of the lessons, but you're not coming back in here.
I think the only thing, Ty, that saves them from an F was there was a lot of gold abilities. You had, I think, a 91 overall in the first round with Connerly. And your mid-round picks, I think, maybe we're on the B to B plus side versus on the C side. So I think that saves them from an F, but this feels like firmly in the D. It might be the low end.
Yeah, I think you're giving them too much credit for these mid-round picks. Like Jalen Lane is great, 4th round, but the linebacker was slow and the running back was trash in the last round. So like that's not good. I think Trey Amos is okay, had the KO, which I always love from a corner, had good size. And then you had the 1st round pick, which was fine. Like
I think we've only had 1 F so far, and if I remember correctly, that draft had 3 players with no abilities. At least there was only 1 player with no ability.
I don't think this is an F, but I'm on the D- train here.
All right, we're putting this at the bottom of the D category. As usual would say, this was not a sneaky D. This was a firm. This was a D. This was a D.
This is the firm. You're lucky your parents, you know what I'm saying, donate to the school. Otherwise, you would not be passing.
I like
this is a firm. What?
User, your thoughts?
D-.
Okay, all right. Again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know if you agree or disagree as we continue working our way through our drafts, going 3 wide.